Alright guys, one of the things that I've wanted to upgrade in my golf simulator for a while here is the hitting mat. I've got just an old beat up driving range mat, but did a lot of research, did a lot of thinking, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and as you can see, I finally have something different. So this video, I'm going to talk you through what I got, do a little testing. Let's do it. Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to the channel. I'm excited for this one today. I've done a bunch of research and looking at reviews, etc., to find something to upgrade my hitting mat. I got this mat, like a lot of my simulator, I got this mat on a bargain. It was an old driving range mat from a driving range near my house. They had them out behind the driving range shed for 25 bucks a piece. So I've got this $25 driving range mat that I've been using here in my simulator since I've had it. But it leaves that kind of green film on the bottom of my clubs. There's not a lot of give to it. It's just a pretty hard foam stance mat. So I've wanted to upgrade it. And like I said, I've done a bunch of research. I've read all the Reddit threads. I've watched all the YouTube video reviews. Actually, shout out one channel, Friendly Golfer is this channel's name, just did a big hitting mat review, which helped me decide on what I ended up with here. So this is what I got. I'm going to do some unboxing today. This is the EZT Hybrid hitting strip. I got a 1 foot by 4 foot strip. I purchased mine from Canadian website. There's only a couple places that distribute this. It seems like that website is one. And then I think simturf.com is another one. The Canadian website had better pricing on the same exact thing. So I went with them. They shipped it out really quickly. So thank you very much to Guy, was his name, Guy or Guy, and the team. I'm really excited for this. So this is the EZT Hybrid 1 foot by 4 foot hitting strip. So I'm going to unbox it here on the channel. We'll take a look at it. I might hit a few just practice shots with it, or at least take some swings to get an initial impression here. So let's do it. Okay, so it came just rolled up here. Pretty efficient packaging, I suppose. Let's kind of be careful to not cut any of the turf. All right, here it is, rolled up. It says 1 by 4 on it here, so we know we got the right size. And there it is. Okay, so the EZT Hybrid hitting strip. So you can get this in something as small as like a 1 by 2 sort of hitting strip. You can get a full mat's worth of this turf. I just went with the 1 by 4. I thought it was a pretty good value. I likely will cut this up either into 2 1 by 2 strips, or maybe 3 1 foot by, would it be 16 inches strips to cut into my driving range mat. I'm still thinking about whether or not I'm going to do that. But the reason I went with this solution over many other ones was, number one, it was an attractive price. This 1 foot by 4 foot strip cost me, after the foreign transaction fee, it cost me something $98 or something, which is pretty good. For reference, Carl's Place has a divot strip That's about 130. The Holy Grail divot strip, I think, is about 150. The GSPro Softy insert is similar in price, 150 to 200, something like that. So for less than the price of one of those divot inserts, I was able to get, a full strip, something that I can theoretically cut in half, and it can last me twice as long. So that was thing number one that was attractive to me. Thing number two, most of the reviews mention that you can put a T in here, Easy T Hybrid. It lives up to its name. So you can stick a T in this mat. And then thing number three, I heard some information about this Easy T Hybrid hitting turf, that it's currently in all of the PXG fitting centers, as far as I understand it. There's a few places that have this in there, and they're reputable. So that gave me some confidence that this would be a good solution. The other thing that I think I like about it, I guess we'll test it out, is I believe this is about the same height as my hitting mat. So it should be pretty seamless to cut this in or lay it alongside. So let's try doing that now. I'm going to lay it alongside my mat just to see what it looks like, and then I might just take a few swings off of it, see what it feels like. Okay, so you guys are along with me here as I put this down next to my mat for the first time. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's like almost the exact same height. It might be slightly lower than it, but that's pretty darn good. I'm really pleased with that. That's better than I was anticipating even. Okay, so I'm going to take a few just sort of practice swings without the ball down. So I'm going to just take a few swings and see how it feels. Some of the reviews of this mat, I guess one of the quote-unquote problems with it is that all it is an underlayment that's pretty narrow, and then just turf. And it's the the density of the fibers and the amount of the fibers that makes this turf good for golf simulator purposes. But one of the downsides to this turf that I've seen some reviews on is that because the fibers are so long, they can grab your club and sort of tweak the face. And one of the reasons to get a hitting strip that has some give to it in the first place is to try and avoid a situation where you get injured, your elbow or your wrists or whatever get injured because you're hitting off of a mat that doesn't approximate a real fairway. But so far, just taking these few, little kind of half swings, chip shot swings, I like the give to the mat. I like that it feels like, swinging off of this driving range stance mat, like there is no give at all. It's just the club's just bouncing off of the turf. And that makes it difficult, especially, I'm playing on Garmin R10, I'm playing GSPro in auto putt mode. So if I get a little chip that's right next to the green, I gotta figure out a way to, hit a big, open up the face and hit a really delicate flop shot with an open face on a turf that the club bounces right off of. That makes it difficult. This turf so far, yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot more forgiveness to it. It feels like you can go down and get, a flop shot, and the fibers will give. Whereas on the stance mat, man, how did I ever hit a flop shot off of this before? It just bounces right off. It's like when you're playing in a bunker that doesn't have hardly any sand in it, and you go down to get the ball, and the club just bounces off of, you know, that firm layer under the sand, and it just bounces right off. This is, oh, that was nice. Oh, that's really nice. Wow. Yeah, this feels great. Those few swings were nice. Another thing that excited me about this mat was that I've heard, let's maybe get a clean club to test this. I've heard that it's not going to leave that green paint stuff on the bottom. So this is, I don't know if you can see that. This is my 8-iron that I was just taking some practice swings with, and I took them on both the mats, both my stance mat and on the new EZT hybrid mat. And you can see that there's just some green stuff on here. Now, I'm not sure what this is from, if it's from the EZT hybrid or if it's from my stance mat. But I'll take some swings here with a clean bottom club, and maybe I'll show you. This is my gap wedge from my set of Ping I-210s. That's clean. That's a clean bottom. There's no green stuff on it. So I'll just take a few little swings here. Let's see if we get any green on the bottom. But I like the give to it. It's got a little bit of give. Okay, a couple more here. Yeah, look at that. There's no green on this whatsoever. So I'm pleased with that. Really, really pleased with that. I wonder if you could see the 8-iron. I might have messed that up. Here, I'll show these two side by side here. So here's the 8-iron. You can see all that green stuff. 8-iron. There's a gap where there's nothing on it. All right, so let's grab 7-iron here and just take some swings, some regular swings. Am I going to hit the camera? No, I think I'm okay. Okay, so not hitting a ball, just taking some swings. Yeah, that really felt like the turf kind of gave a little bit and then let the club just glide through it. That was really nice. Yeah, that's a nice feel. That's really nice. Now, I got some green on the bottom of that club. Was that there already? I don't know. I'll hit that gap wedge again and see if I get anything with some more full swings. Yeah, again, there's no green on the bottom, so I like that. So again, this strip, I'll take some slow-mo video as well of shots. Maybe we can, I don't know if my camera's good enough, but maybe we can see it. But this strip was $95 or so for a 1 foot by 4 foot strip. So what I probably will do is cut in, you know, some sort of hitting strip right here, right next to the tee. I like having the tee here. This is one of those ones where you can put a real tee in. So I've got that. You can put a real tee in here as well. But I'd like to find a way to split this up into at least 2 hitting strips so that I can double the life of it. It's firm to stand on, but you can feel, it kind of feels like you're walking in sand. There's the top layer has a little bit of give to it when you put your weight on it. Okay, a couple more little swings here just to get a feel. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm really pleased with this decision. Yeah, that's great. All right, guys, so follow up. I just played a round, the first round of the Simulator Golf Tour Auto Putt Tournament for this week. It wasn't a great round, but the purpose of it was to test out the EZT Hybrid hitting strip, and it performed really well. There were a couple of shots that I caught just a little fat. The club entered the turf just a little before the ball, and those punished me a little more than I think would have happened in real life. I could feel the club kind of dragging through the strands of the mat. Maybe that's by design, and maybe that's what you want to have happen, but that didn't quite feel like a real fairway would feel. However, on the flush iron shots, which I hit a handful of tonight, it felt perfect. The club glided through the turf. It was able to go through it slightly and then come out. It felt just like a normal fairway when you hit a nice flush shot and you take a shallow divot. I'm not a big digger of the ball. I wouldn't say I'm a scraper, but I normally don't take big, deep divots. I normally take shallower divots. So this mat felt to me like I would expect. If you are a digger, I could see how the fibers might feel grabby, but my first indication was that it felt pretty good. So overall, initial impressions, very positive on EZT Hybrid hitting strip. I'm really happy with it. I got mine, like I said earlier in the video, from yourswing.ca, Canadian company. I'll put a link to it down in the description. But my 1 foot by 4 foot hitting strip was $95 shipped. Pretty good deal for hitting strips if you've looked. I mentioned earlier in the video some of the other strips are, for a smaller strip, they're much more expensive. So this one, good quality, I'm happy with it, and pretty cheap. That's sort of the trifecta for me. So thanks again for watching. I'm going to have more videos talking about the hitting strip as I play more shots with it. I'm going to have more videos on GSPro as I play more rounds on that. I'll have some videos about my computer setup. Right now I'm running on just a very underpowered Lenovo laptop. It actually has the like AMD integrated graphics. It doesn't have a separate graphics card. It's not a gaming laptop, but I'm able to run GSPro on the ultra light settings. I'm thinking about upgrading to a tower PC if I can find one for a reasonable price used on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. So more to come on that stuff. But purpose of this video, EZT Hybrid hitting strip, it's great. If you're trying to figure out what hitting strip to get, I haven't tried all of them. I mentioned earlier in the video there's a channel called Friendly Golfer that has just recently come out with a series on hitting mats, and he tried most of them, if not all of them, including the EZT Hybrid. He chose a different one. My budget was a little more limited, so that's why I went with the EZT Hybrid, and frankly, I couldn't be happier with it. So thanks again for watching. Appreciate the support. Leave me a like if you like the content. Subscribe if you'd like to. It'd be great if you did. If you have questions or comments, I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.